What's up, everybody? It's me, Swabujala, and welcome back to another episode of Swabujala's podcast. With me, Swabujala. Yeah, I messed up that intro on purpose because we need some more fun in life, don't we? And all I'm going to say is that the fact that this podcast is only 15 minutes long is really annoying, but at the same time, I don't really want to pay $7.99 plus per month for a premium subscription. Anyways, let's not budge here forever. Somebody might come into the living room where I'm recording right now. We'll just deal with it until it gets too loud. Might be in 5 seconds. Going off a tangent. One more tangent. I got a can of Iron Brew energy drink. Well, Iron Brew is technically an energy drink, but wait, is it? No. Forget what I'm saying. I have a can of Iron Brew energy. It's nearly finished. I have another can in my bag. It's in my room. My uncle's sleeping there. I can't be bothered to go in there. Anyways, whilst I'm sipping on that, we'll be talking about today's topic, which is, well, I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. Me, my auntie, and another uncle who stayed there for a few days, but he just left this morning. Anyways, all three of us went shopping at Peckham on Saturday. Yeah, it was on Saturday. All three of us went shopping, and it doesn't matter what we bought, because that's not the topic. The topic is during that shopping. A young mother and her child walked past us. The child was, as usual, being children, being kids, running around, wanting to have fun, wanted to have no restraints at all, find freedom, running around, you know what I mean. She almost ran out of the road and the mother stopped her. I saw all this happen. Didn't think anything of it because, that was until she said to her kid, just because there are no cars on the road, it does not mean that it is safe or that it is safe for you to be playing around on the road. Now, to give you an overview of what Peckham Rye looks like, it used to be cars and buses and trucks, all them stuff going through that lane. If you don't know the Peckham Rye geography, so you know Peckham Rye Station, and you know all them shops there. If you have ever been to Peckham, you know what I'm talking about. Buses used to be able to go through there, but now, lately, I think it was the Suffolk Council decided to turn that into bike lanes. So now, only bikes go through there, which means that it's been made a lot safer for us people to walk. Because it's just bikes. And motorcycles as well, I'd imagine. And every other mode of transport, including cars, lorries, trucks, buses, all them stuff, they go through the other lane, which is Hanover Road. But anyways, back to what the mother said to the child. I had to go on that tangent because it kind of relates. Because it's just people walking around and cyclists riding their bikes and maybe motorbikes as well. She made a good point there. You may think, why is Bible talking about mother than a child not to run on the road just because there are no cars. To that, I say, because it's true. You don't just run out the road just because there are no cars going through that lane anymore. You still have to look both ways. You still have to follow the crosscode. You stop at the pavement, you look left, you look right, see if there are any cars coming, or bikes in this case. You try to listen, hear anything to see if there are bikes coming. If not, you can walk, cross the road, there. Why I say this is because you don't just apply that to road safety, you can apply that to life in general. To most people, cars would represent the obvious signs of danger. Like, say like a gang, for example. You're going to the local chicken shop, and you see a couple boys there. They're wearing hoodies. That's a stereotype that has been placed upon us. But anyways, you see them. They appear to be armed. Those are the cars. Those are the obvious dangers. You have to get away from them. True. Now imagine there are no cars, i.e., the gang members are not armed. They don't have knives. They don't have anything. You think, they're not armed. You know what? I'll just walk through them. Don't give a damn about them. Walk past them, and then they shout at you, telling you to stop there and give them what you have. You're thinking, well, that's odd. They don't seem dangerous. Bear in mind, those people are not wearing hoodies or anything like that. Again, stereotypes are just dumb, but you get what I mean. Those people now represent bikes. Less eminent signs of danger, more obscure, more covert. Wouldn't expect them to do anything to you. But without realizing, they may have knives, you just don't know. Or there might be a cyclist that'll be coming your way. You just don't realize it. Now, I gotta go to another room because, Well, I'm back, and I'm in one of my cousin's rooms. Luckily, both of them are out. One's at work, other one's at school. So hopefully nobody else will come in and screw me over for this. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. To paraphrase it, you see a group of hooligans wearing hoodies, obviously armed with knives, maybe a suicide vest. That's kind of extreme, but you get what I mean. They are the cars. You think, oh no, I need to get away from them. I need to run. Bang. Then you have another group, another gang. You walk past them, thinking nothing of it. They're the bikes. You just don't think that that's dangerous. But then they start ringing their bells, i.e., they shout at you saying, "Oi, give us the money, give us the thing, give us the..." Like, fucking hell. Why you just say that I need to give you money? And then they don't, they may have knives, but they may not have knives. Either way, they can beat you up. They're the bikes. You may think they're not dangerous, but they actually are dangerous if you're not careful. So when that woman did say to a kid that just because there are no cars passing by does not mean it's not dangerous, it immediately struck a chord with me. Like, yeah, it's true. We often look for obvious signs of danger, when really, the real danger here, if not the worst dangers out there are what look beneath you. Not always right in front of you. Maybe the bikes are far away, but they can still speed up somehow without you noticing, and then they just take away your phone or take away your kid or stuff like that. Sorry, my friend's calling me. Yeah, gonna call her later. Anyways, you know what I mean? It is very dangerous out there. We live in a very dangerous world out there. It's just very, very dangerous. And we think that most of the dangers have been eradicated just because you think, we don't see them. Well, that does not mean you're free. It doesn't mean you're safe. It just means that, it just means that you can walk around knowing that danger is not in front of you, but is underneath you. And like an earthquake, it'll just swallow you whole if you're not careful. So kids, make sure you're looking both ways and making sure that you don't cross the road and then get hit by a bike or things like that. Teenagers, if you do see a couple men they ask you for money or everything, just give them the money because your life is more important than the money. Alright, cool. Now to end this episode, you might not believe me, you might think I'm just chatting bollocks, but I'm not lying. I'm really not lying. You really need to think twice before you do something, because for all we know, you might not be safe. Your personal safety comes first. Speaking of personal safety, there's this man on YouTube. His name is The Smith Speaks. It's basically a YouTube podcast, but anyways, he lives in Florida and he basically does what I'm doing right now. He just talks about anything really, life lessons, whatever. And he did an episode last week, was it? Yeah, on situational awareness or personal safety. Like, although he said, always pay attention to what's in front of you, not just looking back what's behind you. I twisted that lesson upon its head. Instead of just saying, always focus what's in front of you, you're also going to make sure that you look behind you, so that no danger's coming behind you. Because in front of you, you may be right, you walk, but then somebody will stab you from behind. So you need to be careful. Some people betray you, trust me, some people will betray you. They'll backchat and all that stuff. So you really need to pay attention to what's behind you, as well as what's in front of you. Doesn't mean you live your entire life looking behind you 24/7, 365, because that's not a good life. You need to make sure that you do pay attention to what's in front of you and what's behind you, but also love life. You get me? Now, I may have not explained it well, so I highly recommend you watch that episode because it's on YouTube. His channel is called The Smith Speaks, and I'll link it below. And we'll end this episode here, so make sure you give this podcast a follow on Spotify. And yeah, follow me on my socials, everything is in the show notes. And nothing else I gotta say really. Just keep safe. Look behind you every now and again to make sure that nothing is going to get you without you realizing. Also pay attention to what's in front of you, as Smith says. Get it? Smith speak. Anyway, pay attention to what's behind you. Pay attention to what's in front of you. But love life regardless. Okay. We'll chat next episode. Alright? Suggest anything you want on Instagram, whatever. And yeah. Chat to you next week. Okay. Goodbye.